Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from newstimes.com. It's written by Sean Sullivan and Ann Linsky. It's from the Washington Post. It was published on February 19th. Caught between Trump and the left. Democrats seek to avoid socialism squeeze. No, they embraced the shit, saw the American people weren't exactly on board, and it was just the far left that was, and now they're trying to walk their shit back. Let's be a little more accurate here, Sean and Annie. Okay? Just putting that out there. Because Booker embraced the shit. Kamala Harris embraced the shit. Going, oh, look at all these leftists, they like us. You know? Now they're like, oh, wait a minute, we gotta like actually get like substantial votes to be president. And others along with them are doing that. Going, we gotta walk shit back, and that's what they're doing. Now this is out of Manchester, New Hampshire. My neck of the woods here. New Hampshire being where I'm from. Democratic presidential hopeful Cory Booker on Sunday delivered what he called the hard truth about Medicare for all. It will be difficult to pass, so the party should also be ready for more incremental changes. See, he knows. Cory Booker knows that they're fucked because they jumped onto this shit, like with the Green New Deal and everything else, and they went, oh God, we're going to get fucked. Medicare for all will be impossible to pass. We can't even afford it. And you're like, well, incremental changes. See, this is the idea of incremental changes. Translation. What we're going to do is on the dumb frogs, we're going to slowly turn that temperature up. And they're not going to know when they're finally at the point of boiling. That's what they're doing. That's what he's talking about. His rival, Senator Kamala Harris, the next day championed the Green New Deal, a sweeping climate proposal, before adding, some of it we'll achieve, some of it we won't. Yeah, so she's like, ooh, I'll get those far left and I'll try to appease the moderates with this shit. I mean, this is funny. They're doing what they think is politically expedient. They're not doing anything else but that. Then on Monday night, Senator Amy Klobuchar told a young questioner at a CNN town hall that unlike some of her fellow candidates, she would not support making four-year college free. If I was a magic genie and could give that to everyone and we could afford it, I would, she said. See, they think that they're going to get the independents and the moderates. They're playing the game. And what's funny is with the derangement the Democrat Party has had, the anti-Trump shit that even these supposed moderates have said, it's not going to fly. Most people are kind of awake at this point, and they think that they can speaking of genies, they think that they can put the genie back in the bottle. It's not exactly going to work. The increasingly large 2020 Democratic presidential field is fighting two simultaneous battles, a chaotic intra-party primary struggle over how far left to push their policies and a broader question of how to confront the challenge posed by President Donald Trump, who has already begun casting the Democrats as socialists because all they've been doing is embracing socialist fucking policies. Pushing socialistic ideas, pushing cultural fucking Marxism. If it looks like a duck, it walks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, odds are it's a fucking duck. Jesus Christ. How the hell can they actually try to pull this shit and think people are going to buy it? The dynamic has put a squeeze on the Democratic candidates as they begin to lay out their messages. They are being pressed from one side by core Democratic voters hungry for leftist policies favored by the most energized activists, and from the other by the need to court centrist voters who could be alienated by the party's turn to the left. You don't even know what the core Democratic voters are. Oh my God. Those leftist policies favored by those supposed core, they're not the core. All those people that you're now calling centrists and shit, they were the core of the Democrat Party. The ones slightly left to them, not all of them, mind you, but a large number of them. The ones slightly left to them and a little further than that, core of the Democrat Party. Holy shit. The people you're calling centrists were Democrats not that long ago. Jesus Christ. This is bad. I mean, this just goes to show what a complete work of fiction this article is here. The parties turn to the left. No, translation on that last part is the people who supported the party for decades, they could end up being alienated by the fact that we're going far left. Yeah, well, of course. They're not the centrists. They were fucking Democrats, you dumb shit. Those people that you're talking about here. That's just mislabeling them. Trump's opportunity to define the Democratic field could be long-lasting. The president will have more than a year to portray the opposing party as radical before a Democratic nominee is selected. You mean point out that they are radical? Holy shit. Let's be a little more accurate here. Excuse me. Need to grab a drink real quick. Okay. The Democratic candidates' squeeze could tighten further after Tuesday's presidential announcement by Senator Bernie Sanders, independent from Vermont. The entrance of Sanders, a Democratic socialist and the leading champion of Medicare for all, could intensify the Republican criticisms and the pressure on his rivals to be more vocal advocates for single-payer health care, one of a host of social programs increasingly popular on the left. I love this. They're already setting things up for Bernie to lead the party. Could be they're trying to basically make him a scapegoat. Like, if the Democrats lose, this is the groundwork for blaming it on Bernie. Well, because Bernie made us all go too far left. Bernie made them all go too far left. Trust me, that would be the narrative if they lose, which most likely they are. I doubt Trump isn't gonna, I highly doubt that Trump is going to lose at this point. I very highly doubt it. And that's what they're doing. They're setting up Bernie to take the fall. I mean, that's funny. They're not going to run their own race. They're going to run, and have a scapegoat waiting in the wings. They're not going to, if they win or lose, take it either way. They're already looking to blame Bernie. That's funny. For now, much of the Democratic cast of candidates is, if diverse by race and gender, positioned mostly on the left end of the ideological spectrum. The Democratic debate could become even more complicated in coming weeks if candidates with more moderate political views jump into the race. Now, this is funny, who they're talking about. Among moderates considering the campaign are former Vice President Creepy Uncle Joe Biden and several ex-governors such as Terry McAuliffe of Virginia and John Hickenlooper of Colorado. Creepy Uncle Joe. They're talking about Creepy Uncle Joe jumping into shit. Well, when he's grabbing women and, young girls at his, campaign rallies and at, debates and shit like that, that'll go over real well. Run him. I want to see Trump making fun of Creepy Uncle Joe. Run him, you dumb fucks. I would love that. He would destroy Creepy Uncle Joe. And I love how they're talking about Booker and Harris. Where's Pocahontas? I mean, this is out of Manchester. And Massachusetts ain't that far away. Not even a mention of Pocahontas Warren. Are they trying to forget about her because she's looked at here as a fucking joke? I wonder if that's why. Oh, that's funny. The candidates are not openly fretting about the GOP attempt to paint Democrats as extremists intent on nudging the country towards socialism. But activists and voters have voiced concerns over the past week about being defined by the opposition. Whoa, no. That's just complete bullshit. They are openly fretting about the GOP attempting to paint Democrats as extremists intent on nudging this country towards socialism. They definitely are. To try to claim that they're not is to deflect away from that fact. To try to say, oh, well, it's because of activists and voters voicing concerns is complete bullshit. They're the ones, the candidates are freaking out about that because they know that they can't win if that's the case. I am very worried about it because that's how Trump won, said New Hampshire State Rep. Wendy Thomas, a Democrat who attended a presidential campaign event for Senator Booker at an arcade in Manchester on Sunday. He used that technique against all of the other candidates. No, that's complete bullshit. Wow. Wendy, I hope you get voted out of office in this fucking state. God damn. That's not how Trump won. Trump literally took actual things about his opponents and then used them against them. That's not this thing of painting someone a particular way. All right, that's literally calling them out for their shit. That's how he won. He called out the other candidates for their shit. And the only arcades I know of in the Manchester area, oh, it's been years since I've been around that area. Years. There weren't that many arcades, and they're not that big. So this had to have been a small a small campaign event. Oh, it was cozy. It was warm. Well, of course it was warm. You get all these old video games generating a shit ton of heat in a small space. Boom. Oh, God. Public polls show Medicare for All and the Green New Deal are generally, if tenuously, popular. No, they don't. In what fucking la la land alternate reality is that the case? However, surveys have not included cost in measuring support for the Green New Deal. Polls on Medicare for All show the public has little knowledge about the plan and support is highly malleable. That has given Republicans led by Trump a chance to portray Democrats as outside the mainstream on a host of issues, because they are on the outside of a host of issues. Holy shit. As with the Green New Deal and Medicare for All, Republicans are taking the most extreme positions of some Democrats to paint the entire party as socialists on topics such as wealth tax, free childcare, free college, and the abolition of nation's immigration authority. Okay. No wall, cutting funding for ICE. They voted on that shit. Number one. Number two, they all want to jack up taxes. That's what they spurged out about. When Trump wanted to lower them and got them lower, they wanted to raise them. Free childcare. They all use that as a talking point. Free college, except for the one example you've given, have all used that as a talking point. They did it in 2016 for fuck's sake. Because Bernie was spouting that shit. They mentioned it. They might not have backed it, but they tried to court those people. Holy shit. Trump campaign spokeswoman Kayleigh McKenna issued a statement Tuesday responding to Sanders' announcement, saying he had already won the debate in the Democrat primary because every candidate is embracing his brand of socialism. Ooh, burn. It's true. They literally are. I love how when Trump and his people call out shit, they call spade a spade. They say things how they are. They're trying to play it like, well, that's how he's painting things. No, that's how things are, because guess what? These people that you're trying to go, oh, well, they're not doing this. They literally embrace the shit that Bernie did. They embraced the Green New Deal until they saw the crazy shit Ocasio Cortez had in it. The president, that's a proper noun, should always be capital. When it was Obama, you were capitalizing it, I'm sure. The president made a similar point in his State of the Union address earlier this month. Yes, and guess what happened? When the cameras panned, the Democrats knew their shit was called out. Bernie wasn't the only one sitting there with that fucking that snarly look on his face, all pissy. We are alarmed by the new calls to adopt socialism in our country, Trump said, reviving a line to attack Republicans have sought to use against Democrats for decades. The president has also criticized the socialist government in Venezuela in ways that seemed intended for a domestic audience. What? No. Oh, hold on. He's literally using Venezuela as an example of where socialism leads. Wasn't criticism. It was literally talking about what's going on in Venezuela. Using it as an example. To say, hey, this is what's going to happen to our country if we embrace the Democrat and the left's shit that they want. Holy shit. And there is this call to adopt socialism in this country. Okay, Obamacare was originally the idea of it was going to be health care for all. And that's how they got the shit through. By snow jobbing people. And playing dirty politics, going, well, you can't read it until you vote on it. On Capitol Hill, Republicans are trying to force Democrats to choose between angering liberal activists or fanning presidential scorn. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has said he will schedule a Senate vote on the Green New Deal, a move designed to pressure Democrat senators to take a position. Republicans have also seized on an erroneous fact sheet distributed by staff Rep. Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, one of the lead sponsors of the Green New Deal. No, holy shit, this is such fucking fake news. That we're talking about archives that came from our actual fucking site. Holy shit. You are going to try pushing that fucking lying bullshit narrative when it literally came from her own site, when NPR literally was handed by her office this shit as well, and they had an interview with her on it that day? Are you seriously going to try pulling this shit? Well, of course you did. Oh my God. And this idea of, oh, well, look, they're trying to force Democrats to choose between angering liberal. See, it's like, no fair. You can't do that. Whining, screaming. Oh, wow. Go learn to code. When you write this shit, you don't have a job for long. Go learn to fucking code. Holy shit. The reason why McConnell is doing this is to actually, hey, the Democrats would do this to the Republicans, and the Republicans are going, you know what? Let's stick it to them for once. Let's show them for who they truly are. Oh my God. Yet while Sanders and Ocasio-Cortez identify as Democratic Socialists, most of the presidential field does not. Actually, no. Cortez, Crazy Eyes Cortez, identified as an all-out Marxist socialist and called herself a democratic socialist when she ran for office because she chose to be a Democrat. Holy shit. I'm not a democratic socialist, Harris told reporters Monday in New Hampshire as she campaigned for president. No, you're just an opportunist, bitch. Asked by a reporter for his response to Trump's attacks on Democrats, Booker, the former mayor of Newark, emphasized his efforts at bipartisanship. Well, of course. Of course. Of course that would happen. I was that guy. Wait, I was a guy that had to manage a city. You do that by bringing people together and governing, getting things done, he said. He added, I'm a guy that has worked with President Trump's administration across the aisle to get things done. I love this. See, for the left and the Democrats, bipartisanship is, hey, Republicans, shut the fuck up and agree with us. They're not doing that. And they really don't like it. So they go, bipartisanship. What about bipartisanship? You mean cucking to you and doing whatever you want? No, that's over. How about you compromise with us now? And they're like, no, you're supposed to do that with us. That's what you've always done. And the Republicans are going, you know what? It's like a relationship, like, actual relationship, where you get the guy just to make his life easier going, yeah, whatever. Sure. Okay. Yeah. And then finally having enough and going, no, I want to do this. No, fuck you. We're not doing that. No, we're done. We're not doing that shit. That's what's literally going on here with this situation. And they don't like it. They're like that psycho chick who is used to having her own way and never being told no, finally getting told no. That's what this comes down to. And it's because the Republicans tend to be about, at least especially these days, facts and logic. The left is feels over reals. Mars and Venus. Just saying. At a crowded house gathering in Manchester on Sunday. So wait a minute, it was in an arcade. How is this a house gathering? And how big of a house is this? Well, I'm not thinking that big. At a crowded house gathering in Manchester on Sunday, Booker delivered an introductory speech stressing themes of unity while making brief mention of healthcare and climate change. During a question and answer session, he was asked about Medicare for all. My firm belief is that we need to get a system where everyone has access. We already have a system where everyone has access. You cannot be denied fucking care. You have to be treated. That is why I signed on to the Medicare for All bill, Booker responded. But I'm not going to be one of these presidential candidates that is not going to tell you the hard truth. Translation. See, I'm not going to be one of those candidates that's going to commit to something. I'm going to, hedge my bets, and I'm going to fence post sit, and I'm going to try to play both sides against the middle. He went on to explain that getting enough votes in the Senate would be difficult. Medicare for All is great, but if we can't get that, if we can extend Medicare down to age 55, that's going to create such an effect on the whole system that's going to make it better. See, this is what's funny is he looked at the age of his crowd and he went, they're all older people. I know what I'll do. I'll offer them free Medicare. You get Medicare and you get Medicare and you get Medicare and you get Medicare because you're all old fucks. Jesus H. Christ. This is some funny shit. It truly is. The next question Booker faced was about how to spearhead some form of Green New Deal. The senator called for a bold vision on climate change and spoke in broad strokes about addressing it. You mean like when he said it was like World War II and all that other shit the other day? At a town hall style meeting in Greenville, South Carolina on Saturday. Oh, now we finally get Warren. Ooh. Senator Elizabeth Warren focused heavily on her Oklahoma upbringing. Oh, and her life on the reservation as Pocahontas. The 2020 candidate did not use the words Green New Deal or Medicare for All. Even as she addressed healthcare is more than expansive. Even as she addressed healthcare in more expansive terms and touched on climate change. Like Booker and Harris, she's a co-sponsor of both proposals. Yeah, you gotta love it. They support this shit, but they don't want to talk about it. That should tell you a lot. They've literally just signed their name on it to go, oh, look at me, but they don't want to actually do shit like that unless they have something to benefit from it. Oh my God. Asked how she can combat the false news going around that equates universal health care with socialism or communism, Warren turned the question back on Trump. Well, excuse me, universal fucking health care is literally socialism. Oh my God. That is not fake news. That is fact. If the state is providing you health care, it is a form of fucking socialism. God damn, you two idiots writing this shit are fucking... Oh, wow, you are pathetic. So Warren turned this back on Trump. How? Let's see what these idiots think turning it back on Trump is. We're caught in this very moment where the very foundations of democracy are under attack, Warren said. This is a scary moment for our country. How the fuck is that turn? Oh my God. You dipshits on the left that wrote this. I hate to break it to you, but that ain't turning shit on Trump. It's a complete deflection that has no substance to it. The foundations of our democracy are under attack by the socialist Democrats. Holy shit, at least she's honest about that. Warren told reporters she is not purposely avoiding the terms Green New Deal or Medicare for all. Bullshit. Oh, excuse me. Bullshit. Yeah. Sorry again. Bullshit. Yeah. Okay, sure you aren't, Elizabeth. Sure you aren't, Pocahontas. In her audience, there was some skepticism about the climate change proposal. Well, of course. In her audience, there was some... I love that term. There was some skepticism. You mean there were people calling it out? I have a sense for it, said David Danielson, 47, a substitute teacher. It's like a mission statement. In some cases, it goes way too far. So criticism is skepticism. Wow, you fucking propagandist dumb shit. You're literally taking one word that means something different and using it for what was being done there. Wow. At a town hall style meeting in Portsmouth, New Hampshire on Monday, Harris made an expansive pitch for the presidency in her opening remarks, urging the country speak some truth about the issues confronting it. She also noted her support for Medicare for all. Speak some truth. This is coming from the bitch who's lied out of her fucking ass about how she's pro-pot now all of a sudden, for example, when all she did was try to stop the legalization in California, go after fucking, dispensaries and shit. Oh, yeah. Speak some truth, bitch. Why don't you take your own advice, you projecting dumb bitch? I'm sorry for my language. Actually, sorry, not sorry. When it came to the Green New Deal, for which Harris highlighted her support during the question and answer session, she put it this way. It is a revolution that requires us to have goals and think about what we can achieve and put metrics on it. Wow. Saying something while actually saying nothing. Because she's talking about the Green New Deal, and her response was, it's a resolution that requires us to have goals and to think about what we can achieve and put metrics on it. That doesn't answer anything. It's literally just gobbledygook bullshit. What metrics are you going to put on it? What can you actually achieve? What goals? Things are laid out in there about like call farts and shit that Ocasio Cortez has tried to, say that was never in there. Oh, God. In South Carolina on Saturday, Harris was careful to cast herself in the mainstream. Well, of course, in South Carolina, they ain't going to put up with the fucking far left bullshit. It's funny. They know that in areas like that, they could actually see Trump win. Like, more than they would expect. And in areas even where they don't expect. They're scared right now. They know with the economy good and other things that Trump is doing, because the trade war is actually helping this country. Manufacturing has increased. The stock market's doing well. They know that they're fighting an uphill battle. So that they're not going to put themselves out there at all. I care about the environment, she said, not because I have any desire to hug a tree, but I have a strong desire to hug a healthy baby. Okay, then why don't you, as a senator, propose a bill that opens up vaccine liability back on the vaccine manufacturers? So instead of having to sue the federal government, the vaccine manufacturers, because, with the DPT, they were getting their asses sued left, right, and center and losing. So they had Reagan in 86 help them out. How about you get a bill passed to repeal that, so that the vaccine manufacturers have accountability. That way, they'll put out a safer product. How about you do something like that? If you want to hug a healthy baby. Huh. Oh, wait, you would never do that. Because I'm sure you've got a shit ton of money from Big Pharma at some point. Oh my God. Mary Montagna, 75, who attended a Harris event Saturday in Columbia, South Carolina, said she was worried that Republicans are effectively using the Green New Deal to define the party as too liberal. No! Oh my God, no. They're not using the Green New Deal to do that. It's part of it. It's one of many things. They're using every fucking spurging, moronic identity, politics, cultural, Marxist, fuckwit thing that the party's pushing to do that. Oh my God. The party is too liberal. It's literally left the core Democrat base to where now they're being called the center. What does that say to you? It's not clear what's really in it, she said. Montagna also said Democrats need to worry about Republicans defining their health care propositions as too far left. Because, I don't know. Maybe because they are too far left. If they weren't, then they wouldn't be able to label them as such. Holy shit. Montagna, you're not too bright, are you? Klobuchar, another Green New Deal, Klobuchar, whatever the fuck the name is, another Green New Deal co-sponsor, sought Monday to temper expectations about achieving the proposal's specific goals. You mean because Ocasio crazy-ass Cortez got proven to be a fucking nitwit? Her staff got proven to be fucking nitwits, and everyone is now in damage control mode over it? Over the Green New Deal? Could that be why? Oh, God. This is funny. That's why you're doing it, Klobuchar. I think that there are aspirations. I think we can get close. I don't think we are going to get rid of entire industries in the U.S., she said in the CNN town hall in Manchester. Well, of course not. And what's funny is there's no way in New Hampshire. All right, and people here are pretty environmentally conscious. And they're not tree huggers and shit like that. You know, they don't want the state, the government involved. But, when it comes to their own shit, they're environmentally conscious. They don't want to poison their environment. They don't, because a lot of people here still do live off of the land, hunting and fishing and, things like that. And people who do that tend to want to preserve the environment because they want to be able to keep hunting and fishing. Although I got to say, we should probably have some turkey population culling done. I mean, when they're just walking across the fucking street, it's a little bit ridiculous. You're in a major population area, and all of a sudden you get turkeys just crossing the road. But yeah, so of course she had to walk that back in New Hampshire. Oh, that's funny. See, New Hampshire still, even though the massholes have moved in and fucked up demographics a little bit, there's still quite a bit of libertarian ideology going on with people, and don't fuck with me. I mean, it's the live free or die state after all. So yeah, she had to walk that back. As for Medicare for all, Klobuchar said, I think it's something that we can look for the future, but I want to get to action now. She pointed to her pitch to expand Medicaid. See, yeah, New Hampshire, that's not going to fly either. Oh, let's expand Medicaid. I mean, they're literally like, yeah, they're playing the political game. It's fucking hilarious. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, who launched her presidential campaign last month, praised the Green New Deal, which she co-sponsors as a multifaceted approach, and argued that Democrats should embrace the difficult challenge of creating a green economy. The only way that there has been a green economy in this country is through heavy federal government subsidization. It's almost exclusive that green industries are sucking off the government tit. There might be a few outliers here and there that are actually capitalistic startup ventures that have managed to do it without any form of federal government funding or state government funding. But I highly doubt there are many of them. And it's because there is no profitability in the green economy. Can't recycle lithium batteries at this point because there isn't enough material to recycle or to come up with a way to properly recycle all the contents of a lithium ion battery or a LiPo, lithium polymer. Right now, there's just no money in it unless the government pays for it. South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg? What a fucked up name, Buttigieg. Buttfuggig? What? Who also joined the presidential race in January, has decided to meet some of the Republican attacks head on. He took to Twitter on Monday to argue that single-payer health care is hardly extreme. Okay, so literally taking someone's money by gunpoint, because that's what it amounts to, because if you don't pay your taxes, they're going to show up at your door with guns. And saying you got to pay for the health care of someone else. Even though you're perfectly fucking healthy. Is hardly extreme? Dude. Go get fucking face slapped by a throbbing big black dick. Even better. Go get fucking cock slapped by a fucking El Burro dick just after it fucking came at a fucking donkey show in Tijuana. It is extreme. Oh my God, that's literally stealing from someone to pay for someone else's health care. Fuck off. That is a debate, however, that is not likely going to end soon. No, because you left idiots are going to keep pushing this La La Land, fantasy land bullshit about, oh, you get free healthcare, and you get free healthcare, and you get free college, and you get free college, and oh, you want a free way, you want to live for free? Well, here's free money, and you get free money, and you get free money. Oh, and then the government is going to give you a friggin' family supporting wage, so you get a family supporting wage, and you get a family supporting wage, and you get a family supporting wage. You are literally offering free shit to get votes. Every one of you. And because of the stupid shit of Ocasio Cortez with the Green New Deal and seeing the backlash that you've got because most of America is going, fuck you, I don't want free shit. I want to just be able to live my life, not have you interfere with it. You're walking shit back now. Every last one of you pieces of shit are. It's fucking funny too. Oh, God. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.